Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rakesh, am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Very clearly. Good afternoon, sir.
Just I am starting now.
Sure.
Good day to all. I am Deepak Singh, looking after investor relation. Welcome you to the Punjab National Bank's earning conference call for the period ended September 30, 2023. The bank is represented by Managing Director and CEO Sri Atul Kumar Goyal, Executive Directors Sri Kalyan Kumar, Sri Vinod Kumar, and Sri Vibhu Prasad Mahapatra, and other senior members of the top management. The structure of the Concall shall include an opening statement by MD and CEO, sir, and then the floor will be open for interaction. Before getting into the Concall, I will read out usual disclaimer statement. I would like to submit that the statements given herein are the not guarantees of future performance, and undue reliance should not be placed on them. Such forward-looking statements necessarily involve known and unknown risks and uncertainties, which may cause actual performance and financial results in future periods to differ materially from any projections of future performance or results expressed or implied by such forward-looking statements. Investors are therefore requested to check the information independently before making any investments or other decisions. Over to MD and CEO, sir.
Good afternoon to everybody. Rakesh, you have to go. You give the opening remarks, or should I start immediately?
No, sir. I think we can start, sir. So,
okay.
Sir,
okay, Rakesh.
Sir has given the disclaimer. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Deepak. Thank you, Rakesh ji. Good afternoon to everybody. Rather, good evening. I welcome all the analysts and the investors in this con call which we are having for the Quarter 2 result of the financial year 22-23, quarterly as well as the half-yearly result. So I will give my brief opening remark, then floor will be open for the question of the any analyst as well as the investor if they want to ask any question. So this is the one of the very wonderful quarter for the as far as the Punjab National Bank is concerned. The three parameter which is really you will be very concerned regarding the net interest income, whether it is a operating profit, whether it is a net profit. These three number which we have shown in the current quarter September 2023, it is the highest we have achieved first time in the last 14 quarter after the amalgamation. So as far as business is concerned, there is a growth of the gross business is around 11.26%. This last year this business was 20.26 lakh crore, which has reached to 22.51 lakh crore. The composition of the gross business, there is a growth of around 9.7% in the deposit. Deposit is used to be around 11.93 lakh crore in September 2022. Increased to 13.09 lakh crore. Similarly, the gross advance, there is a growth of the robust growth of the 13.43%, which used to be around 8.30 lakh crore in September 2022, increased to 9.4 lakh crore. Similarly, there is a growth of around more than 4%, 4.32% in the saving, which is our main USP of the Punjab National Bank, because we are having 10,000 branches, 18 crore customers, and the CASA is also, there is an increase of around 2.36%, and the RAM, which is the focus area of the bank, there is a growth of around 13.41%, and if you see the percentage of the RAM to the total credit, it has also improved 55.63%. If you see the in September 2022, this ratio was 53.45%. Even in the June 23 quarter, this ratio was improved 54.74%. Further, it has improved to 55.63%. As far as the profitability number is concerned, net interest income, which I just told you, it has improved by 20%, around 20%. It was 8,271 crore, which has increased to 9,923 crore rupees, and it was 9,504 crore rupees in the June 2023. So there is a YOY growth of around 19.98%. There is a quarter-to-quarter growth also. The operating profit, which used to be around 5,567 crore rupees, has increased to more than 6,000 crore rupees and stood at 6,216 crore rupees, and there is a growth of around 11.67%. YOY, and this number was 5,968 crore rupees in the June 2023. Net profit, which was 411 crore rupees in the September quarter 2022 has increased to 1,756 crore rupees with a growth of around 327.35%, and this number was around 1,255 crore rupees in the June 2023. So there is a YOY growth of more than 300%. There is a quarter-to-quarter growth also. Main important is which are the major concern of all the investor and the analyst also, gross NPA and the net NPA number. So there is a substantial reduction in the gross NPA as well as the net NPA quarter to quarter or YOY also. The gross NPA number, which used to be around 87,000 crore in September 23, has reduced to 65,000 crore rupees in the September 2023. Similarly, the gross NPA in terms of the percentage, which used to be around 10.48% in September 22, 7.73 in June 23, reduced to 6.96 by September 2023. Similarly, the net NPA number, which used to be around 29,000 crore rupees, has reduced to around 13,000 crore rupees, and this number was around 17,000 crore rupees in the June 23, and the gross NPA numbers, which used to be around 3.8%, has reduced to 1.47 in the current quarter. Current quarter means September 2023. PCR, last time we have told that PCR should be more than 90%. It was 89.83% in June and 83.93% in September 23. Now the PCR of the bank is 91.91%. On account of this PCR, I am telling you now, reduction, then the requirement of the aging provision in the quarters to come has reduced drastically, because as of date I am sitting only 13,000 crore rupees in net NPA number. I am having the 6,000 crore rupees more than operating profit. If we make the 13,000 crore rupees provision, our net NPA will become the zero in times to come also, because then now there is no worry, because there is a PCR has increased to 91%. As far as the movement of the NPA is concerned, so there is a substantial reduction in the slippage also. Slippage, if you see, the 1,826 crore rupees in the quarter ended September 2023. This number used to be around 6,000 crore rupees in September 22, and the last quarter it was 2,390. Last time in 22-23, our motto was recovery should be more than the slippage. We have achieved that motto, and this year we have the motto ki our slippage should be half or recovery should be double than the slippage. So if you see 1,826 is the slippage, but recovery for the quarter is 5,500. So whatever we have told, we have already achieved, and as far as this credit cost is also concerned on the NPA. Credit cost, last time I told you it should be around between 1.5 to 1.75. But last quarter, because 4,374 crore was the requirement, it was around 1.98%. But the current quarter, the provision for the NPA has reduced drastically on account of the increased PCR in the last quarter as well as the current quarter. 3,018 crore rupees, which is coming 1.31 for the September quarter. And half yearly also it is around 1.67%. So whatever we are thinking, it should be remain within the 1.5 to 1.75. So easily we will be in a position to achieve, because in the quarters to come, on account of the increased provision coverage ratio, I am not thinking there will be much requirement of the NPA provision. As far as cost of deposit is concerned, it was 4.71 in the June quarter. It has increased to 4.84% because the some of the deposit has not been repriced earlier also. Last time also I told ki still there will be some of the deposit which has not been repriced as on date September 23. Around 15% of my deposit still has to be repriced, because some of the term deposit which they have purchased by SD, it has to be renewed at the time of the maturity. If the amount, the ballpark number is around 1 lakh crore, so that has to be repriced. This is the reason the NIM is even. We have got the 3.11% for the current quarter as against our guidance for the 2.90 to 3%, but still we are maintaining our guidance ki we will 2.9 to 3, because some of the price deposit has to be repriced. Also we are assuring all of you, even I am confident, whatever the NII in the absolute number, I think we will be in a position to maintain the NII in the absolute number, or there will be a growth. But NIM in terms of the percentage, a little bit may go down. As far as the yield of advance is concerned, it was 8.13% in the June. Now quarter it has improved to 8.23%. As well as the NIM, as I have already told, movement I have already told of you. As far as for the information to all the analysts as well as the investors, what we have done, because the up to last year, last quarter, we are providing around 280 or 83 crore rupees regarding the wage revision. So now we have increased the percentage, and this quarter we have provided the 694 crore rupees, taking the impact from the November 2022. This is the another thing. As far as the slippage of the 1,826 is concerned, the breakup of the slippage is it is agri around 424 crore rupees, MSME 683 crore, retail 420, and others 223, and existing NP 76 crore. So it means that there is a well diversified. It is not a particular segment ki retail, agri, or there is a equal balance in the whatever the slippage is being coming in the. As far as the increase in the advances is concerned, as I told you, 13.43 is the gross advance, and the retail there was a more than 40% increase in the retail, agri 4.49, MSME 6.48, RAM if you see the 18.21%. So this is the, and one more thing I would like to give you. Last quarter I have also given the data. How we have taken a lot of initiative for the digital transformation, we have taken a lot of the initiative for the HR transformation, which is not reflecting in the balance sheet, but they are reflecting in the number. So last quarter also I have given the new acquisition from the 1st of the July 2022 till date. It means 36 plus 3, 39 month data for the new acquisition. Last 3 months, we have sanctioned 6.68 lakh crore. 6.68 lakh crore we have sanctioned. 5.97 lakh crore we have disbursed. Outstanding in the new acquisition is 4.63 lakh crore. Out of this 4.63 lakh crore, the NPA is hardly 1,314, which is coming around 0.22% of the total advances for new acquisition. I will give further the segment-wise distribution also. Agri mein the NPA is 197 crore rupees, 0.23%. Retail it is 204.18%. MSME it is around 882 crore rupees, which is coming around 1.47% of the outstanding. And others means corporate. There is a hardly 31 crore rupees slippage, which is coming 0.000. It is difficult to calculate in the percentage terms also. So this is the initiative taken. This is the result of the initiative taken by the bank for the how to improve the underwriting standard, how to improve the collection efficiency. This is the reason our slippage has reduced drastically, and improvement of the recovery also happened. Another thing, the capital adequacy ratio is concerned. The capital adequacy ratio 10.23 is the CET1, 81 1.79 as against the norm of the 8 for CET1 and 9.5 for the Tier 1. Tier 1 is 12%. So total CET is around 15.09%, and we have got the approval of the board for raising 12,000 crore rupees in the current financial year. Out of this 12,000 crore rupees, 7,000 crore rupees is for 81, and remaining 5,000 crore rupees for the Tier 2, out of which we have already raised 3,090 crore rupees in first quarter of the conference in June, May, Tier 2, and 81 we have also raised in the last quarter means September quarter of the 3,000 crore rupees. So immediately there is no much requirement of the capital. We are well capitalized 15%. As far as NCLT is concerned, recovery from the NCLT, the first quarter recovery was 566 crore, the second quarter it was 556 crore rupees, and we are hopeful that current quarter will be good for the recovery from the NCLT because some of the account is in the lineup. So around 2,500 crore rupees we are expecting the recovery should come in the third quarter, but sometimes you don't know because it is a legal process. In the fourth quarter we are thinking will be more than 1,089 crore rupees. One more thing I would like to tell to all the analysts and the investor also, कि OTR 1 and OTR 2. OTR 1 में the outstanding is 327 and the OTR 2 is the outstanding 7,108. That is a standard account में. As per the regulatory guide, there is a requirement of the 10% provision we have to make and 5% we have to make the provision for the MSME. But considering there should be some of the account maybe stays in times to come because moratorium of the account is going to be over also. So instead of the 10%, we have made it 12.5% provision in the all the account which are in the standard category in the OTR 1 and OTR 2. On account of these 267 crore rupees, we have made additional provision on this account. And apart from this 308 crore rupees, we have made a provision of the June 2019 circular, because as per the circular, if the resolution is not being done in the account, you have to make the provision 20% in the first year, then after this you have to increase the 35%. So this is my initial remarks about. So I think I have presented the 7 results after taking the charge of the PNB. I think this is the best result, in my opinion, I have presented in this quarter of the September. This is the on account of the great effort of my team PNB, 1 lakh employee we are having. They are working day and night for the increase of the business, whether it is a CASA, whether it is a growth in the advances, whether it is a recovery, whether it is a containment of the slippage. They are working day and night, and the HR transformation, as I told you, that is underway. After that, I think we will be in a position to show the better result, and there is a support of the our board member, also support of the government, support of the regulator. So with this my initial remarks, now I am open for any question if you want to ask. So thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir. Quite elaborate description of the result, and really it's a very strong set of numbers that PNB has reported. Now we will start the Q&A session. I'll request Mr. Ajmera to go ahead with his questions.
Congratulations to you, sir, Atulji, and the entire team.
Thank you very much, Ajmera ji. Thank you.
Definitely one of the best quarter as regards the profitability is concerned, whether it is the operating profit or the net profit, maybe in last 3.5 years time. And the bank is really doing well and trying to reach its glorious heights. So after your such an elaborate, detailed introductory address on the results, I would ask my first question on the ROA. That the ROA of our bank is still, in spite of the best performance and this is only 0.46 as compared to the many of the peer bank which are now started going beyond 1.2, 1.34 per quarter. I mean, if you look at the quarterly results. So this is one, of course, it has a lot of story behind it. So what is now is the, I would rather put it like, whatever episode had happened, which had taken this bank down, I mean, is there any bearing of that is continuing on the operations or the plans of the bank, or any regulatory sort of restraint or any such thing, or that happening is fully over and overcame by the bank?
Ajmera ji, as far as your question is concerned, I may clarify to all, there is no issue, there is no obstacle from the regulator side, there is no from the government side, there is no issue at all. Everybody is thinking how we can improve the working of the bank. If you see the last year, the ROA was around 1.7%. If you see the current quarter, it is 0.46%. We are also thinking how will we be in a position to achieve the 1% number. And I think within the exit of the 24-25, I think definitely we will be in a position to achieve even the exit, or we will also try it before the exit also. But issue, what was the issue really? That is not the issue on account of the episode which you are telling. There is no issue from the staff side also. Issue is it because on account of the legacy issue, our NPA book is still on the very higher side. If you see it is my goal, my 90,000 crore rupees I am having technical written off account, 90,000, and 65,000 crore rupees is the NPA. So if you add both, around 1.5 lakh crore se zyada is the NPA, where I am not earning anything. If I will earn 8% or 7% out of this, then you can imagine what will be my operating profit. 9,000, 10,000 will be up. So gradually, last year we have set a target of 32,000 crore rupees, against which we have recovered 29,000 crore rupees. This year we have target of the recovery of the 22,000 crore rupees, and 11,000 crore rupees we have achieved in the first half. So we are on the track. Time will come, definitely we will be in a position to achieve the whatever you are thinking the ROE also. There is no issue from any side also. This I may confirm. Everybody is working whatever best they can do for the growth of the bank.
Sir, my second question is on, you have about 5 subsidiaries and 50 associate companies with you. Can you give a little color on the entire operations of the subsidiaries or associates, and how much they are adding to the bottom line of the bank in any way, or any plans to monetize?
As far as a plan is there, the monetization, that is not a plan as on date. I am telling you, because last time also I have explained, we were thinking to monetize our investment in the Canara HSBC, because we are already having the stake in the MetLife, because this Canara HSBC has come on account of the merger of the OBC. So as per the regulatory guidelines, we were required to bring our holding less than 10%, which were having 23%. So last time, although we have started a plan to disinvestment, but meantime, IRDA has already changed the regulation. In second insurance company, you can be as an investor category, not as a promoter category, up to 25%. So since we were having 23%, so we have changed our plan to disinvestment is also. So as on date, as far as monetization is concerned, there is no monetization plan, because my PNB Housing Finance is doing wonderful. Last time also because as per the regulatory guidelines, we have to bring our holding less than 30%. So that we have already brought around 28.15%. So there is not a issue as on date also. And last time, whatever the shares which was available to on account of the right, we have renounced. So we have made a good some money by selling the renounce also. So PNB Housing Finance, there is no issue. PNB Investment Service, PNB Card, we are now PNB Card, we have already got the approval from the regulator also. So DSA model, we will be implement through this for the sources of the lead, either from the liability side or the asset side. So PNB Guild is also, all my subsidiary are working well also, all are in profit, there is no issue. So I am thinking there is no challenge in any subsidiary also, and there is no plan as of date, Ajmeraji.
Point well taken, sir. Sir, this if you look at the rating slide, slide 13, I think, this AAA has come down from 45.6% to 44%, AA has come down from 26.83 to 25.87%, and even A has come down from 16.3. A has little bit gone up, but triple B has increased to from 4.8 to 5.7. So is it because of some payment by this AAA and AA companies, repayment or something, or is it the downgrade of the rating of some of these companies? Because our conscious, I think, decision is to increase our quality of the book to AAA, AA or A. So was there any kind of analysis done on this in percentage terms?
Yeah. We have made full analysis of this also. If you see, around 92.77% in the investment grade. And if you see the composition of also the 43% in the AAA. So there is no downgrade, not a single account, because I have given you the data of the last 3 years of the corporate also. There is hardly 31 crore rupees NPA. There is no downgrade because this AAA is very rate sensitive. We are not giving the rate which doesn't suit to us. That is the only reason, because outstanding has gone down. Otherwise, there is no issue. AA is also the same thing. If we are not matching the rate of our choice also, because you are aware there is an increase in the 2.5%, more than 200% in the last 1 year. But all this type of the AAA or AA, they want the less than my cost of fund. So that is the only reason. Otherwise, there is no issue. BBB, there is a size of the 9 lakh crore, sir. 9 lakh crore advance, 9.40, 10,000 branches. 16,000 crore rupees BBB, 2,000 crore rupees, then we are giving the loan to the MSME. It may major portion will be the MSME also. So normally MSME, it is very difficult to get the rating more than BBB. So 2,000 crore rupees, you are thinking 4.89 to 5.71, because they are yielding the good return for the bank. Otherwise, even triple B also, we are very sensitive that there should not be any credit risk. Rating may be triple B, but credit risk should not be there.
No, yes, sir. No, my last.
Almira, I'll just
this
request
point,
there are some other questions.
This NCLT. Hello.
Mr. Almira, just a minute.
Can I
Just a
have
minute, Mr. Almira.
one more?
So there are other, people waiting
All
in the
right,
queue.
all right. No problem. I'll come back again. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I will request Maru to go ahead and ask the question.
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yeah,
Good afternoon, Maru.
Yeah, good afternoon. Congratulations. So,
Thank you.
I had a couple of questions. Firstly, on credit cost, they've come down very well. So, do we see them stabilizing here? Because most other PSUs are probably running slightly higher than this current level of yours. So, do we see credit cost stabilizing here or falling further? And likewise for slippage. So we saw, including addition to existing accounts, we saw around 19 billion of slippage, which is of course at a low which we haven't seen for many years. So does it stabilize here now, or will that be volatile over the quarters?
Maru, as far as credit cost is concerned, as I elaborated in my opening remarks also, because we have crossed 91%. On account of this 90% PCR, our aging requirement has reduced drastically. So whatever the credit cost, which was the 4,300 plus in the first quarter, has reduced drastically to 3,000. And I am hopeful because there is no much slippage also. So I think there will not be a further increase in the credit cost, because last time also we have given 1.5 to 1.75, but first quarter it was 1.98. And I assured and promised to all of you it will be within the range of the 1.5 to 1.75. If you see my half yearly credit cost is 1.75, I am hopeful it should further decrease, because provision mein kaam banaunga. If there is no requirement, 91% already I have made a provision. 13,000 crore rupees my net NPA. 6,000 crore rupees I am sitting on the operating profit. So there is, I think it should be further reduced. Slippage, as you have told, 1,800 crore number, even we are hopeful and quite confident, quarter by quarter, this slippage should be reduced further, because if you see my SMA more than 5 crore rupees, it is hardly 1,448, SMA 2 only, which used to be around 1,758 last year. So there is no, even the account is 1,448, we have already shown more than 5 crore, corporate is only 14 crore rupees is there. So we are very confident. We have control our slippage. We have taken a lot of initiative to increase the underwriting standard also, and as well as the collection efficiency. I have already given the data. I am not repeating. New acquisition of the last 3 years. That will give you the collection slippage. Honi nahi hai. Yeah.
Got it, sir. So, and just in terms of employee expenses, so what is the rate of hike now that you are assuming? You almost doubled it, right? Double the provision.
Dekho, madam, I am the chairman of the IB also. What I am telling you, I will give just answer of your question, because last time 15% per settlement was done. We are providing 10%. We are providing 10% from the November 22 to June. So we have thought we don't know how we will be in a position to settle it. So we have increased. Now I think I can assure you we have provided adequately.
Okay. So you would have provided 12% or 15%, or you don't want to talk about it?
I will tell you, we have provided adequately. Please try to understand. I have told you also.
Of course.
That will not be good in take also if I will give the percentage.
Got it, sir. And just one last clarification. You said that around 1 trillion of deposits are yet to reprice. What was the figure you gave?
Yeah, around 15%. I am having the total deposit of around 13 lakhs, out of which around 7 lakh I am having the term deposit. So 15% around. You can think around 1 lakh crore is still to be repriced.
Got it, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Maru. I will request Anusha to go ahead with her questions. Anusha, please go ahead with your question. Hello. Anusha, are you there on the line?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah,
please, Anusha, please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Sir, I would want to know that how much ROA, exit ROA that you're expecting for the current fiscal and say for FY25, and what will drive the number?
Anusha, as far as my ROA is concerned, it has reached to 0.46%. If you will take for the half year, already we have crossed around 3,000 crore rupees in net profit, and I am hopeful, whatever the guidance we have given, the same I think we will be in a position to maintain the next half year also. So you can calculate it will be around 0.4, because last time it was 0.17%. So then we have given the guidance, it will be double of the whatever the ROA we have achieved in the last year. So it will be further better, and as far as 1% ROA is concerned, which is the normally analyst ask when you will be in a position to achieve 1%, I think by the exit of the 24-25, we will be in a position to achieve the 1% ROA.
24 or 25?
24-25 year, at the exit of the 25.
Yeah, okay, sir. And what are the wage revision provisions that that you need to make for this? How much you have done in the first half, and what will be for the full year wage revision provisions?
The first half we have already provided 283 crore rupees we have provided in the June quarter, 694 crore rupees we have provided in the September quarter. So around 1,000 crore rupees, little by 950 we have already provided in the current half year.
So why there was increase in this Q2?
As I told you, I explained the question of the Maru also. Last time settlement was done around 15%, but we are providing around 10% rupees. So I think now this is the reason we have increased the provision for the wage revision.
Okay. Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Could I request Mr. Saurabh to go ahead with the question?
One is, when would you expect your net NPA to fall below 1%, given your slippages are low? And
we have already given the guidance for the net NPA below 1%. I am fully confident it will be below 1% then March 24.
So, sir, then your guidance on ROA seems conservative because then you'll start fiscal 25 with a normalized P&L, if I can so call it. So, what would you, attribute the additional provisions to for your guidance for Q4 of fiscal 25?
As on date, you are very much right, Saurabh. As on date, we are thinking if we will be in a position to achieve the ROA 1% by the exit of the 24-25. But we will see. Because if you see the last quarter also, we have given the guidance our gross NPA will be less than 7% in the March 24. But since we have already achieved 7.73 in the June, so we revise it will be 6%. Similarly, the net NPA we have given the guidance for the 2%. Since we have already achieved less than 2% in the last quarter itself, so we have revised to 1%. So we will see. As on date, my guidance is we should be in a position to achieve the ROA of the 1% by the exit of the 24-25. But we will see. We are working hard. We are in a position to achieve much below also.
Okay, sir. You seem conservative. The second question, sir, is on your deposits, what will be the on-book term deposit cost and what and the versus the incremental? I'm just trying to figure out the differential right now.
As far as my cost of deposit, it is 6.84%. As on date, I am giving the 1 year, even I have the one product where I am giving the 7.25%. 7.25% for a 444 days. So normally you can think, because whatever the deposit has not been repriced, as on date my cost on the term deposit should be around between 6.75 to 7.10.
And your on book will be about what, 6% average term deposit?
Yeah, that will be on the same line. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
you. I would request Jay to go ahead with the questions.
And congratulations on a great set of results.
Thank you,
Sir,
Chandraji.
sir, first question is on your interest income, right? So, of course, the bank has done phenomenally well on, slippages being now, or recovery being 2x of slippages. So I think that also has some positive implication on the interest income. So I wanted to check, what is the, let's say, interest income
Yeah.
that has come from NPA recovery that
500
may have.
crore, around 500 crore rupees quarterly is coming in the interest income by way of the recovery on the NPA account. Sometimes plus minus, but normally we are achieving the number of the 500 crore rupees. Yeah.
Right. So that is only limited till 500 crores, right? Hello?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
Yeah, okay. So, sir, if going ahead, let us say the slippage, the recovery, if they were to, let's say, moderate, because, most of the large ticket NCLT cases have, almost come to or drying up. Could that have some implication on your NII? Apart from change in the interest rate cycle, yeah.
It cannot be on account of the one reason. There is so many factors of the improvement of the NII. First, how your deposit is behaving. Whether you are in a position to improve your CASA, whether improve in the saving account, whether improvement in the current account. So the second, in the assets quality also. Forget about the assets quality. First, whether you are in a position to improve your yield on the advance also, which for the new acquisition also. I have given the data for the new acquisition, where we have seen the 0.24 is the only the NPA.
Right.
That is also helping for the NII. Third is the recovery from the NPA also. So it is a combination of the all. As I told you, around 400 to 500. It is not only this quarter has come 400, 500 crore rupees. If this 400 crore rupees increase in the current quarter on the NII, it is not only on the recovery. Even the earlier quarter also we are getting sometimes 100 crore rupees plus minus is there. So since we are making the recovery is the focus area, so some of the amount is coming in the interest income, some is coming in the technical return of account. So it is a combination of all. Your specific question about the NCLT also. Then in NCLT, then we have to see how much we have to do the write-off. What is the amount of the recovery we are making in that particular account? If we are making the recovery, normally you are aware, that is the published data, how much we are in a position to percentage of the recovery in the NCLT account. So in NCLT account, at the time of the recovery, I think there is no booking of the income. That is not under the plan which has been approved by the NCLT. But definitely whatever the recovery we are making, either the normal recovery of the NCLT, that definitely will improve my NII, because as on date I am not earning anything out of it. Moment I will make the recovery, that recovery will start yielding around 7 to 8%.
Right. Okay. Okay, understood, sir. And what would be your deferred tax assets, and is there any plan to move to new tax regime in the near term?
Mudra, as on date we have not decided. Definitely we are working on it. We are under discussion with our tax consultant also. As on date, we have not decided, but definitely in time to come we will think, and with the help of our income tax consultant, as on date around 25,000 crore rupees is the DTA.
And sir, what could be the quarterly absorption of this DTA? So let's say assuming you keep the similar amount of PPOP, operating profit,
Yeah.
By when this DTA will come to a manageable level, or to a level which...
It is a very large number as on date, because you must have seen by what is the provision I have made. It is in the range of the 1,000 crore rupees. So 1,000 crore rupees, definitely some part will be reduced from the DTA also. So it will take a lot of time also. As I told you, we are under discussion with our tax consultant also, because then we have to see the impact. Whatever the current tax rate, 35% or beneficial, or we should move to the new tax rate also. That is under discussion.
Right. And last question, sir, on your 1% ROA threshold, right? So I take your point that by this year you would be exiting at 1% net NPA, so your credit cost should come down drastically. Right? But even at PPOP level, right, somehow PNB seems to be having the lowest fee income, right, as a percentage of assets. The banks which are delivering 1% ROA now, on revenue margins, you would be similar. But I think the fee, there is a 40-50 basis point gap between, PNB and them. So is there any conscious effort to address this gap also? Margins and credit costs, I think, anyway, you are very much on track. So any thoughts on improving, or, is there a thought process to plug that fee income gap?
We are very much aware, Mudra, of this also, and it is a regular part of our discussion also. We are trying how to improve the other income by way of the non-fund, non-interest income, then how we can increase the third-party product also. Even there was a discussion in the board also, how we can increase the forex income also. That is on our radar also, and we are taking the requisite step to increase the other income also.
Understood. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, and all the best.
Thank you.
Sir, I request Mr. Choksey to go ahead with the question. Mr. Choksey?
Excellent result. So my first question is your outlook on international book, treasury book, and all on your subsidiaries.
As far as overseas book is concerned, so usme I will talk about the advanced portfolio. So around 35 to 36,000 is the outstanding as on date in the overseas book also, and we are trying to improve it also. There is a growth of around, if you see, the 9.9% growth is there in the overseas book, because you are aware how the global economy is behaving. So we are not putting pressure on our overseas branches, because we are having only 2 branches, Dubai and the GIFT City. So I think 9.9%, which is the growth they have achieved, I think it is a reasonable also, in around 36,000 crore rupees. As far as our subsidiary is concerned, I have already just given the answer. There is no plan as on date for monetizing of any subsidiary also. All the subsidiaries or the associate companies are doing well. So what was your third question also, Sushil?
I was not asking from monetization perspective, but for the investment which you made in subsidiary and they're doing well. You had a change of CEO, the outlook is getting better, so there will be quite a rich reward to PNB with a future outlook. So that was my question. The third question is,
that was the story of the PNB Housing Finance. So you must have seen the result also. They published their result 2-3 days back also. They are making good recoveries also. They are taking growth also. So I think all my subsidiary, even there was a little bit issue in the PNB grid, that is only on account of the change in the interest rate, on account of the G-Sec, because they are dealing in the government. Even Canada HSBC is also doing good. So I think all my subsidiaries is doing very good job.
Sir, what's your outlook on treasury on India?
As far as treasury is concerned, you are all aware. If you see, 7.31 was the 10-year G-Sec in the March, which has reduced to 7.11 in the June 2023. As on date, today just I was coming, 7.36 was in the morning. Yesterday there was some news in the US. It has increased to 7.38. So I think this is not of the Punjab National Bank. It will be very difficult to make the money out of the treasury profit in times to come, unless until rate has been stable. Even there will be a mark-to-market loss also. Because whatever the provision you have made at a particular date, so there will be a mark-to-market little bit loss also. But we are not worried, because we are not dependent on the treasury income also. If you see, the treasury income is hardly 136 crore rupees in the current quarter. Current quarter means September quarter. Even we have posted the operating profit more than 6,000 crore rupees. We have made a adequate provision for the wage revision. And then I think we are not dependent though. We are not worried, but we will not allow to opportunity to go if there is a chance to make the money out of the treasury.
Does it mean that your focus on advances, which is doing well, would reward the bank in second half much better than the first half?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you and all the best, sir.
Thank you, Sushil. Thank you all.
I would request Sanjeev to go ahead with the question.
Yes,
Hello.
Sanjeev, please go ahead.
Haji, Haji. Namaskar, sir, and congratulations for fine set of numbers. I have sent a note that I just wanted to understand how many of the branches we own and how many of them are on lease, and how much we have added from OBC which are owned or leased. So the total sum, and have we reorganized any time, during all these years? Have we clubbed them, or have we reduced some expenses on that side, or have we ever thought of monetizing our own and optimizing them? So this is the question, because now the digital world is taking shape very fast. So, how we can use those assets better. So that was my question, sir, and how we are
Sanjeev,
thinking about it.
actually, I will give the answer of your question. It is a mix of both the side. Some of the branches on the lease accommodation, some of the branches the own also. It is not the key. We have taken the branches from the OBC. Even in the model of the PNB also, we were having some of the own branches, some of the branches on the lease. Similarly with the United Bank of India, similarly on the OBC mein. And we are aware. We are aware when we are knowing the bank also. In 2 bank in the UK, 1 bank in the Korea, they don't have any branch also. So, what your specific question, when we are doing the monetization also, last year around 1,000 branches, which was very near to one or another branches, 1,000 branches we have merged with the another branches.
Very nice, sir. And any plan to monetize any of the assets which may be in the main area of, old PNB owned and added with the merger of the banks? Have you ever looked at the market value of all these and how much we can monetize?
There is 2 types of monetization. First monetization is whatever investment we have made in our subsidiary associate. As on date, there is no. But as far as your specific question regarding monetization of the assets, definitely we are doing. Last year also we are doing, current year we are also doing, and we are seeing where we are having the excess space or etc. Also where there is no need. And then we are monetizing. But that is not a very big amount here.
Not big amount, and not likely to be a big amount in coming years.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. And congratulations and all the best for future.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Yeah.
I would request Kunal to go ahead with the question. Yes, we can hear you, Kunal.
Yeah. Please, Kunalji, go ahead.
Yeah. So firstly, on the deposit side, even though the guidance is target is 10-11 odd %, but if we really look at it in terms of the year to date, the growth is quite muted, and private banks are also getting very aggressive in terms of raising the deposits. So do we see in terms of clear loss in market share, and given that domestic CD ratio is still at 70-71 odd %, we might still continue to see the loan growth coming through without much traction on the deposit side, and how the bank is preparing itself for competition from the private banks? Yeah.
Kunal, as far as PNB is concerned, there is no issue of raising the deposit. We can raise also, and there is no competition from the private bank also. We are having 10,000 branches. We are having 10,000 branches, and see, not only even that, apart from that, 29,000 BC channel also. And if you see whatever the account we have opened in 22-23, 85 lakh account we have opened, and the first quarter itself we have opened around 51 lakhs. So if we will with the same rate, more than 1 crore account we will be opening. Then similarly, the current account, 2 lakh account we have opened in 22-23. In the first half is 1.47. So deliberately we are not giving the rate for the bulk deposit. Anytime we can raise. Raising deposit is not an issue. But what I will do with that deposit? Because as on date, what is my requirement of the SLR? 18%. I am sitting on the excess SLR of the 6%. Where I can get the money at 6.75. So deliberately we are not participating in any bid for the bulk deposit, and we are concentrating on the CASA. You must have seen already the more than 4 lakhs crore rupees we are having in the SA, there is a growth of the 4%. So immediately there is no need for raising the deposit, high cost deposit, there is no need. And you have seen growth of the 11 to 13% growth of the advances has been taken care by the 9% growth rate. No issue, no challenges as far as deposit is concerned. We don't have any competition with the private bank also.
Okay, sure. And secondly, if you can just repeat in terms of the slippage breakup, so just miss that out across the segments.
Yeah, slippage breakup is the sector-wise. Agri-Bay it is 424,
Okay.
MSME 683, retail is 420, others 223, the existing account में 73. So even it is a balance now. It is not coming from the one segment की agriculture में बहुत ज़्यादा है, या even the MSME is too much. So it is balanced. Even the corporate में it is negligible. Corporate में it is not coming. Some of the corporate, although MSME of the limited companies, they will come on the corporate, but there is no too much slippage. MSME is some part of the corporate may be there. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Thanks and all the best. Yeah.
Thanks, Scott. I will request Ashlesh to go ahead with the question. Ashlesh, please go ahead with the question.
Just one question from my side. Can you share the number of AS15 provisions for this quarter?
AS15 na? AS15 provisions? AS15 provision last quarter. Okay, last quarter it was, I will give the number of the last quarter also. It is 580 crore rupees for this current quarter, and the last quarter it was 1,240.
Perfect, sir. Thank you.
Maru, do you have any question? Maru, do you have any questions? Follow questions?
Yes, sorry. No.
Yeah, okay. Your hands are still raised.
Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Anusha, do you have any questions now? There is no response. I will. Saurav, do you have any follow-up question? Yeah, Shashin, please go ahead with your question. Shashin,
just quickly wanted to understand in your NIMS calculation guidance, you actually indicated a 2.9 to 3% for the end of the year. Could you also indicate what are your yield assumptions and the cost assumptions?
As far as as I told you earlier also, because some of the deposit has to be repriced. So there may be increase around 10 to 15 basis point in my cost of deposit, which is running around 4.84%. This is the one point. A second is as on date, if you see, my NIM is around 3.11%. On account of the repricing of the deposit, we are giving the guidance for the 2.9 to 3%, but we are giving another guidance also, whatever we are having in the absolute number NII, I think we will be in a position to maintain the NII in the absolute number, because sometime, why I am telling this statement, because sometime you are not getting the yield of the even 50 basis point or the 75 basis point of the sub AAA advances. So if opportunity is available where I will get the only NIM of around 0.5 or 0.0%, why should I allow the opportunities to go? So in terms of the percentage, the NIM may be reduced, but absolute number, it will be increased.
Shashin, have you got your answer, or do you have any follow-up question?
I could not unmute myself. Okay, sure. So on follow-up with that, if you were to look at your loan book right now, is there any part of your loan book which has to be repriced, on account of change in base rate or, the floating to the fixed rate mix? What would that be right now?
Sachin, as far as my book is, my maximum books on the floating rate of interest. MCLR pay around 36.68% because it is keep on changing. Because it is very difficult to answer your question because sometimes we have given the loan on the 3-month MCLR, we have given on the 6-month MCLR, sometimes we have given on the 1-year MCLR, and it keep on changing. At the time of the repricing of the interest rate, definitely it will be changed. But as far as repo is concerned, which is around 27% and the allied is 10%, I think unless and until they will not be increasing the repo, that will not be repriced. But MCLR, because it is a regular process, every month we are changing the MCLR also, so some of the loan definitely will be repriced.
Okay, thanks. And my last question is on, the gross slippage of 1,700 crore. What would be the interest income write back on that in absolute amount?
Actually, it will be around 2.5% of the total, whatever the slippage, because in some of the account we have got the interest recovery also. So normally, if you see this, we are charging around 8 to 9% crore rupees. So it is around 2% of the outstanding. But in some of the account, there was a part interest service was also available.
Okay. Thank you. That's it from us.
Yeah. So just one question from my end, sir, with respect to the capital. Yes, sir. Just one last question, sir. I think we are coming into of the session. So the CET capital of 10.2, would we need any core equity capital in the next 12 months?
As far as the 12.23 is concerned, what is the regulatory requirement? Regulatory requirement is only 8%. So we are having as on date 2.23% excess capital. But we have to see what will be my growth also. And not immediately, because in the March quarter, you have seen what is my profitability as on date. 3,000 crore rupees my profitability, which we are not adding at the time of calculation of the capital adequacy. If we take the ballpark number, 6,000 crore will be the profitability, then whatever the dividend we will declare, remaining will add to my only CET1 also. Why we are not raising the CET1 from the market? Because my price is undervalued as on date. Because to serve the equity is also a challenge. The moment we will be in a position to see what should be my price, approved price has come in the market, then only we will hit the market. So as on date, there is no immediate need because we are having more than 2% excess CET1 and some of the profitability we will be adding in the next 6 months also. So as on date, there is no much challenge. Definitely, if we will make a growth target of the 20%, 25%, whatever your question, Rakesh, then there may be an immediate need also. Then we can think immediately to raise the equity by way of the QIP or any other mode which is available.
Understood, sir. Very well understood, sir. I think, sir, we have come close to the our time slot, and there are no further questions also. So I would request you to, sir, kindly give a closing remark to the audience and the investors.
Thank you very much, Rakeshji. My closing remarks is only this: the bank is doing very well, and I want to tell to all my analysts or the investor community also, because some of the things which is not reflecting in the number, that is the digital transformation. That is the HR transformation. Digital transformation, last we have started in the June 22, so around 36 projects we have loaded, and product and services we will add around 70. Similarly, the HR transformation, benefit of which we will be getting accrued in the March 24, that is underway. And bank is on the very right track. You see that there is a lot of improvement in the quality of the assets also, and the operating profit is increasing. And the slippage, one thing, the slippage also, because slippage is under control. 1,800 number we have reached, and in the quarters to come also, we are hopeful and we are confident that numbers should be reduced. If there is no so many, as on date, there is no any lumpy account where we are thinking there will be any issue also. The net profit is also increasing 300% increase in the profitability. Last time also there was a good increase in the profitability, and on account of this 91% of the PCR, I am hopeful, and you all will be agreed the NPA provision requirement will reduce gradually, drastically. There will be drastic reduction on the NPA provision, which was the major concern in our bank also. So whatever the NPA we are having 90,000 crore rupees, TWO and 65,000 crore rupees, I think that is our gold mine. And whatever the recovery we will be making in times to come, definitely that will be added to my bottom line. Either it is a operating profit, either it is a by way of the reversal of the provision, or either in increase in the net profit. And whatever the target we are giving for the 1% ROA at the exit of the 24-25, we will see in times to come whether we are in a position to make this before that also. This is my closing remark. And once again, my sincere thanks to all the analysts and the investor also who have attended this con call also. Thank you very much. And thank you to Rakesh you also for arranging this call also.
Karani Securities would like to thank PNB, entire management team, analysts, investors to participate in the call. Thanks for taking your time out. Now we have come to the close to the session. Thanks everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rakesh.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. We can log out now.